Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're going to break down a recent officer-involved shooting that happened in Blount County, Tennessee, where sheriff's deputies pulled over a guy who was driving intoxicated, and very, very horrific video. So I'll give you guys that fair warning as you guys watch this. But I think there's a lot of valuable things that we can all learn from this from an educational standpoint. So we're just going to get right into it. Let's go. Take note of the driving of the suspect of this vehicle. This is very critical to the investigation, simply because this is why the officer or the deputy actually conducted a traffic stop on him, because she believed that he was driving under the influence. So I want you guys to watch the car. I want you guys to tell me, if you guys were the police officer, would you guys stop this person who's all over the road? Let's watch. So you can see that he's going over the lines a few times. Now he's really over the line. Mind you, this is a two-way highway. It's a very, very important to notate. He doesn't come back over. Straddling the line again. Two-way highway again. Now I want to pause the video right there just because I want to ask you the question. If you're the police officer, if you're the sheriff's deputy in this scenario, are you going to conduct a traffic stop on this vehicle? I mean, if you ask yourself that a legitimate question, the odds are you would probably stop it as well, because you have a job to take intoxicated drivers off the roadway. Let's continue. So she calls it out. Severe swerving is what she says. So this is what the reason that's important, she's basically telling us what she's observing. She's not just making something up. This is what she's observing. So she lights him up. He pulls off on the side of the roadway. She's going to get ready to ask him actually to pull off the roadway. So let's continue to watch.
Hello. Sorry, I'm all right. Can we pull up into this driveway right here? All right, I'll see you up there. Hold on just a second. I'll talk to you.
He asks, what did he do? So she tells him to pull off into the driveway, right?
335. We're pulling out of the roadway. Never mind, we're still on the roadway.
So notice something. This is important. So she already observed him swerving. She asked him to pull off into the driveway. He says, okay, he will. He pulls a little bit more forward. And what he does is he just pulls a little bit more off the side of the roadway, but he doesn't pull into the driveway while she asked. Again, if I'm an officer investigating somebody who's possibly intoxicated, that they're clearly showing me that they're failing to cooperate with clear instructions that I'm giving them. Again, making her assume that he might possibly be under the influence. But just keep in mind, like, she doesn't come out of her car. She doesn't have an attitude. She's not, being a jerk about it. She actually is really patient because he didn't cooperate the first time. But this all plays into the end of this interaction, and it's important. There's a big learning lesson for this for all of us at the end of this. So let's continue. I'm gonna fast forward. So where we're gonna pick up now, where she actually contacts him at the driver's side window of his car, and she's gonna basically tell him why she pulled him over. Let's watch.
Now that we're out of the way there.
Yes, ma'am, I'm sorry.
That's all right. My name's Shelby. I work for the Blount County Sheriff's Office. I stopped you not because you were all over the road.
I'm sorry, I didn't notice it. I just put my hair up.
Putting your hair up?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you had anything to drink or anything?
Oh,
tonight?
hell no.
Okay.
No. I'm really just
like
leaving. No, I'm just leaving Suburban.
Okay.
Just got back from Gallenberg Pittman.
Cool.
Just got a phone with my son. I said, son, you should have came home because he hurt his knee right back, the GP game. Mm-hmm. And I literally just got the phone with him.
Okay. Did you go to the game?
Yeah.
Okay.
We literally just got done.
All right, so notice something. At this point, it seems like everything is going cordial. Like, she's being super nice. He's not even being a jerk to her. One might ask, or I might ask you, do you believe that racial profiling comes into play given what we've seen, basically? And if you ask me, no. Some of you guys may say, well, why even bringing up race in this? It has nothing to do with race. Well, the reason I bring up race is because later on in the video, he's going to say that he stopped because he's black and has braids in his hair. But I want to highlight it now because this is what, he's going to be accusing her of doing, which right now, up until this moment, she clearly has a reason to stop him, and she's being nice to him. So it's not, I would never assume that this is a race-based stop just based on how things are going at this point. Let's continue.
Then I literally just got the phone with him.
Okay, good deal.
Rob Paint Mama's house. She just sent me this.
I got you.
And I called him back, but I'm on Bluetooth.
Okay, you're good. Do you have your registration insurance?
Yeah, I'm in my mama's car. I'm in her car. My truck is at her house. I'll show you what I just done so you can know what I'm doing. I ain't lying.
Notice that she asked him, do you have the registration and insurance for the vehicle? And he keeps going back to his phone, showing him pictures of what he was doing. So, you know, this is usually somebody that's trying to distract the officer from doing their job. And that's a lot of times it's because they're trying to detract from what they're trying to hide. He's probably hiding or concealing something. And so I want you to keep that in mind as you're watching.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll let you call her. I'm going to go check this out, and I'll come back up here and talk to you about the insurance when you figure it out, okay?
All right, so she goes back to her car. What she does is she calls her partner and lets her partner know, like, hey, look, I'm out with somebody. I believe he's intoxicated. She doesn't believe he's intoxicated on alcohol because she probably doesn't smell any odor of an alcoholic beverage. But what she does is she says she smells marijuana in the car. So I believe the reason she calls her partner is because her partner is probably what we call here in California a DRE, which is a drug recognition expert. And so anytime you're going to charge somebody with a DUI for drugs or like a marijuana or something like that, you usually want to have a DRE do it because it stands up or holds more in court if you arrest them based on a DRE. So she's probably going to have him come out to kind of help her out with this DUI investigation if it's drug related. That's why she probably is calling him. So she's back in the car running his stuff, letting her partner know while he's sitting back in his car waiting for her to come up and tell him what's going to happen next. We're going to continue when she walks back up to the vehicle, letting them know what's going on.
Hey, did you figure that paperwork out, brother?
Yeah, she said it's paid. She's on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and tell her, Mama.
You got the card there?
I got a bunch of them.
A bunch of them?
They're all formers.
Okay, I got you.
You said go ahead, Mama. She's right here.
Hey. Hey, my name's Shelby. I work for the Blount County Sheriff's Office.
So she allows him to call his grandmother. I mean, everything again to this point is going well. I want to fast forward now. She's getting ready to let him know, like, hey, I'm waiting on my partner to get here. We're going to have to pull you out of the car because I believe that you're under the influence. This is where things start to take a right turn from where they are at now. Let's watch.
I'm going to tell you this. I am going to have you step out and hang out with me.
Step out for what?
So, I smell weed in the car. Have you ever smoked weed in this car?
I don't smoke or nothing.
Okay, you don't smoke or nothing?
No.
Has anybody ever smoked in the car?
Nobody. This is my grandma's car.
Okay,
That's
I got you.
bogus, man.
Okay.
Man.
Well, I smell it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you step out and hang out with me. Okay? My partner's going to get here. We'll search as long as everything's good. I'll get you home.
There ain't no weed in here. Nobody smokes weed. I literally just took a video so I could show you everything that everybody did with the paint and everything in the toilets, and they just pulled me over for no reason. They see my fucking hair put up. I'm black with dreads, and they pulling this mess for no reason.
It ain't got nothing to do with that, brother.
He says that she pulled him over because he's black with dreads. Now, again, that's why I asked you the question at the beginning of this video. Do you believe that racial profiling was in play at all? I don't believe so. And she just says right here, she couldn't even see what his hair looked like or what he looked like. And so it's dark outside. So racial profiling goes out of the question. But this is what he reverts back to the moment his back is up against the wall. She says, hey, look, I'm going to pull you out of the car. I want to search and we're going to do an investigation. He says, no, you're not doing that. Now, this cordial stop is not so cordial anymore because he's making it a lot more difficult than what it should be because he's not complying. Let's continue.
Okay, so step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle. Come back here and stand with me.
I'm not.
3:35. I got one refusing to get out of the car.
I just step out. Just get a dog.
I don't have a dog. I don't have a dog to get.
Get a dog,
okay.
Man.
For those of you asking, does she have the ability to ask him to step out of the vehicle to search? She has the ability to conduct an investigation to determine whether or not he's driving under the influence. And if he is indeed found to be driving under the influence, then she can now go and search his vehicle incident to arrest. So if he is refusing at that initial moment to have her search the vehicle, she can't search the vehicle right then and there because she doesn't have the probable cause yet. However, she determines that he is indeed under the influence after conducting a thorough investigation of whether or not he's under the influence. Now she can go ahead and search the vehicle incident to arrest. And so he knows that one way or another, she's going to probably end up getting in that car if he's indeed under the influence. So her partner's almost on scene. We're going to pick up right where her partner gets on scene to see how the investigation continues from there.
Well, here's what's going to happen if you don't step out of the car. We're going to have to drag you out of the car, and then you're going to go to jail.
I don't smoke marijuana.
So you can either step out of the car or I can pull you out of the car.
Step out the car.
No, sir.
You can step out the car or I'm pulling you out of the car, Kenny.
It's racist. I don't care what goes on. She asked you. She asked you to get out of the car.
Get out of the car, brother.
Y'all said it smell like weed. I need you to get a dog, please.
No, we don't have to have a dog when it smells like weed, brother. Get out of the car.
Marijuana in this car.
So if you're the officer on scene, what's your next move? Do you pull him out of the car? Do you tase him? Do you try to call for the dog? Like, what is your next move? They said that they don't have a dog, which is, that happens many times. Not every single police department has dogs to search for drugs. And sometimes even if they have a dog, the dog may not be available at that moment in time. And it's not a requirement. Just because somebody calls and says, I need a dog, doesn't mean that the officers need to go and get a dog to come right away. So what's your next move if you're the officers on scene? We're going to see what they decide to do next.
Get out of the car.
I'm not. No, don't touch my car.
Get out of the car.
No, you can't do that.
Get out of the car.
Do that. You can't do this, man. You can't do this. Get your hands off of me, man. Please.
Now.
Please get your hands off of me, please. Please.
Get out of the car.
I'm asking
Get out
you
of
to
the car.
please stop.
Get out of the car now.
I'm not doing nothing wrong.
Get out of the car.
Please.
Now.
Please, I'm not doing nothing wrong.
Get
Out of the car.
If you stop right there, I mean, if you just came in to watch this video at this moment in time, one might argue and say, like, why are these officers harassing him? I literally just did a whole breakdown of the whole George Floyd situation, and it's almost like it's very, very similar in what's going on at the driver's side door. George is saying, don't, leave me alone, leave me alone. Why are you doing this? And it's very similar. The guy's saying, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? And one might say, these officers are harassing this guy. Now, obviously, if you've been sticking around this whole video, you guys can see that they have a clear reason to extract him from the vehicle. But if you just saw this part of the body cam footage right here, one would say, why are these officers messing with them? Let's continue.
Me, man. Why are you doing this to me?
Get out of the car, man.
We got one taser point.
I'm not doing nothing wrong.
Get out of the car, Kenny.
This is not my car. I'm not doing nothing wrong.
I didn't say it was your car. Get out of the car, Kenny. Go ahead, hit him.
Out of the car.
Man.
Get out of the car.
What are you looking for?
Taser the board.
Get out of the car!
Car.
Get out of the car, bro.
Do nothing.
Get out.
I didn't do nothing.
Get that
Kenny, you
seatbelt
better
on.
open the
Please
door.
don't do this to me.
You're about to get it again.
You're gonna get it, Kenny.
Please.
Get it.
This is such a dangerous spot to be in because he's still strapped in. He's still not complying. The taser, it was effective for the 5 seconds, but after that, he's still not complying. And so such a dangerous spot to be in because now these officers have to get even more close up and personal and reach inside that car and try to take the seatbelt off. I mean, it's just a scary situation as I watch it.
Please stop. Let me talk to my member.
I just got tased.
The next part of this video is where it gets really, really sad. And so viewer discretion is advised, but let's continue to watch because again, this traffic stop that seemed like it was going super, super well at the very beginning takes a turn for the worse.
335 shots fired. I'm hit. 334's hit. Ah! 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 Ah!
So she's shot in the leg. Her partner has some fatal shots.
I've been shot. I need your help.
Can I do anything?
Yes, get out. I need your help.
Tell me what you need me to do.
I gotta get this on and help my partner.
I think those shots that suspect got off almost immediately rendered that officer deceased almost instantaneously. He took almost a round point blank to the face, and then he took multiple rounds to the chest. And this innocent passerby, as she comes out to help out, she notices, I think, that he's deceased right away. But yet, this situation's still not over. You have the original deputy who shot in her leg. She's trying to put a tourniquet on her leg. She's bleeding out. She can't even get to her partner. I mean, this is just such a disaster, unfortunately. Let's continue to watch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fast forward to the other body cam footage for her partner because it shows another angle from how this thing went south.
Please.
Get out of the car.
I'm asking
Get your ass out of the car.
Get out of the car now.
I'm not doing nothing wrong.
Out of the car.
Now.
Please, I'm not doing nothing wrong.
Get out of the car.
Please, can I answer my
No.
phone?
No, get out of the
Please.
car.
Now.
Out of the car.
I'm not doing nothing wrong.
Get out of the
Why
car.
y'all doing this to me, man? Why are you doing this to me?
Get out of the car, man.
We got one at taser point.
I'm not doing nothing wrong.
Get out of the car, Kenny.
This is not my car. I'm not doing nothing
I didn't
wrong.
say it was your car. Get out of the car, Kenny. Go ahead, hit him. Out of the car.
What are you hitting for, man?
Get out of the car.
What are you hitting for?
Taser deployed. Out of the car. Get out of the car, dude.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing.
Get that seatbelt on him. Go
Please
get the seatbelt.
don't do this to me.
You're about to get it again.
Please. Please.
You're about to get it again.
Stop. Let me talk to my member. Oh my God.
Get him out.
I just got tased.
You're getting it again. Oh, shit.
I told you, motherfucker.
What it comes down to is this: he's now being charged with murder, attempted murder of a police officer. But here's the kicker: he's being charged with a felon in possession of a firearm. And the reason that's a kicker is because he knew he was a felon and he knew he was in possession of a firearm. And so he knew that if he were to pull her, or if she were to pull him out of the vehicle to conduct an investigation, she was eventually going to find that firearm, and he's going to probably go to jail for that. So it wasn't probably the fact that she was going to conduct an investigation of whether or not he's under the influence, because at the end of the day, you know, being under the influence of a substance or whatever while you're driving, yeah, it's an arrestable offense, but at the end of the day, it's a misdemeanor offense. So he wasn't worried about that. But what he was worried about was her locating that firearm on him, and he's a felon in possession of that. And so this is just such a sad situation. I show this video only because I want you to realize, like, as police officers, we deal so much with things like this where it seems like it's regular, nothing is going to go south, and then it's when you least expect it that it does go south. And that's why I've told countless individuals, like, just because a person says they're not doing anything, just because a person is being nice, you still can't, you know, just remove yourself and think that, or be oblivious to them not being a threat to you. You know, they always say as a police officer, you know, treat everybody nice, treat everybody like they're, you know, like your mom, your dad, your sister, or your brother, whatever it may be, but always in the back of your mind, have a plan to respond tactically. That's what needs to happen, because you never know when something can go south. And so, man, my heart goes out to the family of this deputy right here. It's just such a tragic thing. My heart goes out to the deputy that's recovering. But it just goes to show that in law enforcement, you never know what you're going to get. And so, you know, this had nothing to do with racial profiling and everything to do with somebody who wanted to kill a cop.